Hello Leos, welcome to your monthly reading for June. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be a faceless video, okay? Because some viewers, they want to see the cards and I have only one camera. So we will see how this goes. So let's see what's coming through for you. This is a general reading. Some messages may resonate, some may not. Please take what resonates for you and let go of the rest, okay? But if you would like to book a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. Let's see, you can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign. If Leo is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. In June, we will be in Gemini season and sun moves into Cancer, I think on the 20th of May, 20th of June, sorry. So we will still be in Gemini season. So let's see how that's going to play out for you. All right, so this is going to be a Celtic cross, Leos. All right, Six of Wands has to do with success. All right, okay, something you are coming across that's kind of a little bit challenging. Moon is also here. Hopefully you can see the cards, okay. I have no idea how I used to set up my camera because this is out of focus. Hopefully you can see them. Advice is temperance and your external environment is justice card, okay. And opportunities. And the final outcome card is Queen of Swords. Okay, and back of the deck you have Six of Swords. All right, this is your spread. And now let's break it down and see what this is all about. Okay, Six of Swords. First of all, you are in the energy of the moon, okay? Moon has to do with a little bit exhausting energy, to be honest with you. So moon has to do with moon is ruled by Cancer sign, so something to do with a Cancer in your life, or it could be Libra, Sagittarius. Then air signs are also coming through, so it may have something to do with your social life, Leo. Maybe your social life is picking up and it's kind of tiring. This also has to do with networking, meetings, trainings, discussions going on. And it looks like with the moon card, it looks like you are not sure what's happening and like there is, it's like you don't know what's ahead of you, but this is still you braving through the circumstances. You are still moving forward even though you don't know how things are going to pan out, and that can be a little bit taxing, exhausting, because once we know like what the outcome is going to be, what the results are going to be, then it will be very inspiring and motivating, right? And then that gives us the energy to move forward because we know what the results are going to be. But when we don't know and we are still pushing through, then it's a little bit difficult. So that's the energy I'm getting from the moon card. With both these cards, it feels like you are still things are a little bit difficult, but you are still moving through them, moving through the changes. Okay, and this is also you taking a risk, or it could also be you being brave and courageous. And here with the moon, it feels like you can see things, you are seeing things uh, in a new light. Maybe you are coming into a new understanding, and this is you being the light in the dark. It could be that it may have something to do with where you are, who you are with, maybe it could be circumstances, and you are being confident, and you are, even though it's difficult for you, but you are still being confident, you are still being a source of inspiration and guidance for others. So this is you being a light in the darkness. Okay, but with this, what I want to say is this is feminine energy, and feminine energy has to do with nurturing, caring, and yeah, so self-care is extremely important, so you can give, and that's exactly what's coming through here. This is giving, this is you filling up your own cup so you can give. So yes, with both these energies, self-care is extremely important this month. Okay, so know how can you stay more centered and calm, what needs to happen, know what's going on in the body, what's going on in the mind, meaning your thoughts, and the environment. So this, both these energies has to do with your intuition. This is psychic awareness, dreams, poetry, new inspiration. So pay close attention to your intuition, signs, synchronicities, your dreams, things like that, because your intuition is very strong this month. Okay, and here this is also feeling a little bit sensitive, and that's what I'm getting with the Six of Swords as well. This feels like an uphill journey. Look at this, the Scorpio moving from the water to the land, right? So this is you coming up for some air, coming to the surface for some air. So this is, even you are not letting the emotions hold you back. This is you challenging the emotions, meaning you are aware of how you are feeling, but you are not making any emotional choices and decisions. So self-care is important, and you are also being practical about things. Look at this card here. You have Page of Swords as well as Queen of Swords. This has to do with being practical, logical. This is like you reasoning with yourself maybe, and this is you moving forward, moving on with your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you want to do. It could be your daily task and the responsibilities. Okay, so rising above your emotions, and this is making peace, making peace with something, and rising above your emotions and taking care of yourself so you can give your 100% to what the situations that you are coming across now. And here the advice card for the month is Temperance, and temperance has to do with patience, and that's exactly what's coming through here, right? So you are being patient, and you are maintaining some kind of balance here. This is, when I said balance, what I mean is you are focusing on all areas of your life now, different areas of your life, areas that are important for you. And this is also you, again, water and land, right? And that's exactly what we are seeing here, water and land. So this is emotions, not only emotions, but this is also you focusing on your creative side, your spiritual side, but also taking care of the practical matters, the worldly affairs, right? Your duties, your responsibilities, but at the same time you are also focusing on your creative and spiritual side, so creating some kind of balance in your life. And this, Leo, the advice here is to focus on what you want to grow. Okay, and this is also reminding you to stay in gratitude. Yes, certain things may seem a little bit a little bit challenging. However, the card is reminding you to stay focused on the light, stay focused on the what you are grateful for. There is a blessing in this situation, so you want to stay focused on what the blessings are, what the opportunities are, and that will help you create that sense of balance. Otherwise, sometimes our human tendency is to focus on what's not going well, right? And then we tend to drown in them. But here in this case, you are not drowning, right? You are riding the wave, you are on the surface, meaning you are not getting carried away. Instead, you are also seeing, okay, you know what, there is an opportunity, there are blessings. So that is actually helping you stay on the surface, and move through this. So Yeah, and here the card is also reminding you to collaborate with others. You don't have to do it yourself, Leo. You are not alone in this, okay? If there is something you are trying to do by yourself, then the card is reminding you that you don't have to. And this here, I am seeing all these people. You have Page of Swords, Justice, Queen of Swords, and then this is about you collaborating with others, partnering with others. It could be a group environment, it could be you joining a new group, or it could also be you getting someone's help. It could be hiring, outsourcing, or it could be reaching out for help if you need a different perspective, something like that. Or it could be, anything that you need help with, you are asking for perspective, for help. So that's nice. And this is also where you are, you know experimenting with things. This is you brainstorming. Look at these two cards. This is looks like you there are certain things you are working on, and you are coming across some setbacks. Or it could also be that you are taking a pause and you are asking yourself, okay, is there a better way to do things? Yes, things have been going well, but now number 6 here has to do with a milestone, reaching a milestone. And now what is what you are asking yourself. So how do I want to move forward? Is this how I want to proceed, or is there something I need to change? Or is there what needs to go, what needs to happen in order to make progress? So it could be anything that you are coming across. It could be health related, it could be your relationships. Relationships energy is coming through with Justice card. Justice is ruled by Libra, so something to do with a Libra here. Or it could also be energy of relationships. So this is where you are seeing things from both sides, meaning you are looking at your situations from different angles. It could be that you are reaching out to someone and they are helping you see things from a different angle, or it could be your own intuition guiding you in the right direction. Okay, so this is a pause and you asking yourself, you brainstorming new way of doing things. It could also be training, learning, or doing your research, and talking to people, discussing, some conversations are happening here, discussions are happening. So you finding a new way of doing this. Number 10 here has to do with completion, and Ace of Cups here has to do with a new beginning. So it could be anything that you are coming across, Leo. Again, career, health, relationships, or a specific project you are coming across. Okay, and here see, now 8 of Pentacles is also here. This is where you are single-mindedly focusing on something. You are not letting yourself get distracted here. This is where you are aware of the noises, but you are not letting it affect you. Instead, you are single-mindedly focusing on something that you are working on here. This is where you are coming across some doubts. Okay, but with both these cards, it feels like, something you are coming across some doubts here. It could be self-doubts, you asking yourself questions, or it could also be people's judgments. Okay, Page of Swords. And here you also have Queen of Swords here and the Justice card. So yeah, it could be a conversation you are having with someone, or you might come across some harsh judgments and know how it's making you feel. This is like feeling defeated, and feeling exhausted because of what's happening. Again, what I want to remind you is, it's all about how we see, understand, how we perceive things, right? We don't have any control over what's coming at us. It could be circumstances, it could be, people's opinions. We don't have any control over that. But do you really want to shoot the second arrow? When I said if you want to shoot the second arrow, what I mean by that is the circumstances we come across, that's the first arrow. The circumstances that the challenges we come across. That's the first tarot. But how we take them in, how we if we let it affect us, then that means we are we are shooting ourselves, you know. Because we are letting those circumstances affect us, defeat us. So do you really want to do that? So that's what the cards are reminding you. Don't shoot yourself the second arrow. Know what you have control over, what you don't have control over, what your priorities are, what is important, and what you can do now. How can you change this around? Okay. And how can you rise above? Ace of Cups. How can you rise above these challenges, and how can you rise stronger and move forward? So that's what this energy is advising you. Temperance is the advice card. This is reminding you, Leo, you don't have to do it alone. This is about, collaborating with the right people, and doing your research and experimenting with things, and finding a new way of doing things, and finding some kind of balance. If you are only, if something is not going well, and if you are only focusing on those things, and if you are letting that defeat you, then it will be really difficult. Okay. Instead, you want to focus on other things that are helping you, that are going well, that you are, that you are grateful for. So the card is reminding you, okay, pause and look around, know who is there, what is available, and how can you rise stronger from this situation. Don't let anything defeat you. Your spirit is more powerful than your challenges, right? And this is something you already know. I'm just reminding you, okay? Sometimes when we are in that situation, we forget things, right? So I'm just here to remind you that you are stronger than your problems. And here with Eight of Pentacles, okay, I think, okay, now you can let me know if the problem that you are facing has something to do with perfectionist tendencies. Let me know in the comments if that is true, okay? Or I'm just making assumptions here. Okay, so this is, you want things to be, it feels like maybe you want things to be in order, and you want a certain outcome, your expectations from you, the outcome, and also, you want things to be perfect. So it could be, again, any area of your life. It could be a project, it could be work related, it could be your relationships, it could be how you are showing up in your daily life, So if looks like, if whenever you drop the ball, then you are beating yourself down, and when things are not perfect, when something goes wrong, you are actually judging you, and you are criticizing you. You are like telling yourself, better than how did this happen, things like that, So be aware of the self-talk, how the mind is taking control. We are human. Sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we fail, and expecting perfection in everything is a little bit disappointing, Leo. Okay. So that is something that we can strive for, but we don't want that to, affect us, our creativity, our relationships, because that's going to be that is destructive, that tendency. So just be aware. Here you are like trying hard to make something perfect. You are doing the doing a lot of weightlifting here. It could be, expectations from yourself, and or expecting people to be in a certain way, expecting things to go in a certain way. Otherwise, if it doesn't, you don't want to tell yourself that you are failing at things, because every situation teaches us something. Even our mistakes are learning experiences. When something doesn't go well, maybe, it's also about being creative and finding out a new way of doing things. Because when we, it's all about um, finding an opportunity in our experiences, right? And everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for our own good. You be Yeah, you want to remind yourself um, that you don't want to beat yourself down for when something goes wrong. And on the other hand, Leos, this is you staying focused, single-mindedly focusing on something. Both these cards, this is focus, commitment, dedication, and you doing your research, rolling up your sleeves and doing the work, making an effort here. And on the other hand, this is also, yeah, in your, when it comes to your daily life, this is also, you might have to go back and redo certain things. Okay, it could be that it maybe the complete picture is not there. Maybe you are yeah, some details are missing. Or it could be that yeah, so you might have to go back and redo certain things, so just be aware of that. Maybe the cards are reminding you to pay attention to the details, and uh, don't rush through things. But even when we do something carefully, even with our careful planning, sometimes things happen, and that's okay. And when that happens, it's all about remaining flexible and not beating yourself down for the mistakes, right? So yes, doing and redoing. On the other hand, I was talking about trainings. Learning and training is also what coming through. So it could be a project you are working on. Maybe you are doing your research, or this is maybe you are taking up a class or some trainings. All right, a group environment is what this is about. All right, and yes, environment, you have justice card. Okay, justice here has to do with balance. Again, balance. Okay, so that's balance is coming through on both these cards here. So justice and queen of swords is similar energies. It could be people you are coming across, air element, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy coming through. We are in Gemini season, so it could be that for some of you, or it could be that these signs are in your chart. So with this, it feels like maybe there is a conversation happening, discussions, meetings, networking, interviews. So if you are expecting something like that, then prepare yourself. It could be sudden, something, maybe that is something that you were not expecting, something unexpected, short notice maybe. So just pull yourself together and be ready for what's coming. Yes. So maybe think about, keep your thoughts organized, Leo. Here it feels like there are a lot of things going on in the mind. Thoughts are in different places. So maybe think about writing things down, and stay organized in the headspace. You organize your thoughts. And this is also reminding you to really know what you want. Okay, if you are going into that meeting discussions without knowing what you want, then you will be, it will be really confusing. So know what you want, be clear about things before you approach that situation. And here with justice, this is conflict resolution. So if there have been something in relationships, you have this card as well, then this is about you guys sitting together and having a discussion and sorting things out. On the other hand, this is also, you seeing things from both sides, Leo. So this is you sharing your thoughts, but also listening to the other person, where they are coming from, So yeah, this could also be, in personal life. It could be conflict resolutions, and you coming up with finding the middle ground, finding some kind of balance, what serves both of you, both the parties, or on the other hand, this is also legal matters. So it could be that this energy has to do with commitments. So it may have something to do with your personal commitments, so close relationships, partnerships. So it could be business, it could be personal life. On the other hand, if this has something to do with legal matters, then it could also be that maybe you are reaching out to an attorney to, uh, legal help is what I'm seeing here. This justice here has to do with some decisions. So maybe you are making some decisions, and this is very heavy on you. So it could be something difficult. Maybe you are coming across different, different kinds of options, different opportunities, and you can't make up your mind, and you are rethinking what the right decisions are, because the reason why that is happening is because you want to do the right thing here, and you want to make the right decision, something that's going to be helpful for you as well as the other person. But sometimes that is very difficult, right? To know, like, what is helpful for both parties. So maybe that's the reason why you are feeling this way. Okay, but maybe it can be sorted out through a discussion, and that's what you are doing here. Adjusting, adapting, patience, and remaining flexible is what this energy is. And finding a middle ground, something that's going to work for everybody. Seeing both sides. It could also be that maybe you are mediating, Leo. Maybe someone else is coming across something, Page of Swords, and maybe you expect a phone call, a message. Maybe they need help with something, and they need your perspective. And this is where you are looking at things from both sides, both perspective, hearing both parties, before drawing a conclusion here, before making a decision. So maybe you are helping someone solve their issues, helping them see things from a different perspective. So yeah, that's what the Queen of Swords energy is also about. Making right decisions. All right, so yeah, this energy is shifting, Leos. Here, you are rising stronger. Look at this card. Look at the shift here. This is where you are a bit confused, not knowing what to do. But this is where you are rising stronger, resilient. This is you facing your challenges, you communicating. Open communication is what this energy is about. And you are, you are clear about what you want here. Okay, and you are assertive, you are asking for what you want. This is some kind of negotiation happening here. And yeah, you are going into that conversation being clear about what you want. So that's nice. Okay, in the past position, you have Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles here has to do with holding back, So this is you, again, some confusion. So you are keeping your opinions to yourself. You are not sharing how you are feeling about things. And this is where you are a little bit unclear what you can expect, so you are holding back, you're not sharing. So it could be your thoughts, your feelings, it could be something to do with your financial situation here is also coming through. And this is, this may have something to do with your stability. And so this is you working hard, this is you finding new avenues, and yeah, doing what you can, giving it your 100%. So this energy is shifting, and again, this is Four of Pentacles. This is like holding on, tightly, because you don't want to lose anything. And this is where you are staying in your power, asking for what you want, open communication, discussions, things like that. So that's nice. All right, Ace of Cups here has to do with, it could be an apology coming your way, or it could be, friendships, an offer. So yeah, it could also be romantic love, it could be platonic, it could be a connection. Yeah, someone you are connecting with. Um, on the other hand, Page of Cups here also has to do with healing. Moon here has to do with maternal energy. Okay, maternal energy, it doesn't have to do with a parent. It could also be, childhood memories. It could be old fears coming up to the surface. Maybe because it needs your attention. Maybe it's letting you know, hey, I still exist here. What do you want to do about it? Things like that, so it may, you won't know what exactly this is all about, but it might show up in the situations you are coming across now. Okay, it may have something to do with old challenges, old fears, old beliefs, patterns, things like that, memories, something that we picked up early in childhood. So that's what the moon energy is all about. Things comes to the surface, something that needs our attention. And that's also the reason why during the new moon and full moon period we come across some challenging situations, and some, we might feel sensitive and emotional. So it's important to know what this is all about instead of letting it affect us and influence our choices, decisions. This is about, listening. And that's exactly what you are doing here, listening. Listening to our own fears, and seeing what really is happening. And so healing can happen. This is healing, Leos. So this could be self-healing, or it could also be relationships. Okay, maybe with a conversation, things, you are sorting things out. The reason why healing is happening is because now you are being brave. You are facing your difficulties, your emotions, your challenges, and you are not avoiding them. And you are seeing things for what they are. You know where this is coming from, and that is helping you rise above. Instead of immersing yourself in what's going on, you are rising above and staying stronger, being brave. All right, Page of Swords here has to do with being alert, aware, and this is also you, again, you seeing things more clearly, Moon's energy. So this is you, monitoring every single thought that's passing through your mind, Leo, and also carefully choosing your words, because it's like, how powerful the thoughts are, how powerful the words are. It has the power to create our life, our thoughts, our feelings, our words has the power to create our life justice. So this is where you are choosing carefully, you are being intentional in your actions, uh, words, thoughts, things like that. So yeah, being careful, so know if that is a little bit stressful, but it's like it becomes a habit then, you know, if when we, yeah, in the I'm not sure, I don't know, like if you are um if you are someone who is very straightforward, blunt, and who don't like to sweet coat their words, instead if you are someone who likes to be straightforward, here by here it things will be a little bit difficult, right? This is where you are also asking yourself, okay, how is it going to affect the other person? This is how I am going to put this across, but how is it going to affect the other person? So you are um, you it's like with both this card, it feels like you want to do the right thing, you know. You also want to be careful of how your words are affecting the other person, so you are being careful, you are choosing your words carefully here. And this is also other things, Leos, is it could also be you know, writing, speaking engagements, it could be, you know, your creative projects, and whatever it is that you are uh, whatever it is that you do, it could be a work environment, it could also be social media. um yeah, so you are being careful of like how this is going to, if whatever it is that you are putting across, if how it's going to be helpful, if it's going to be helpful, am I doing the right thing, what is the right thing here, things like that. So that is actually a little bit, it's a great thing, Leo. If that is something that you are doing, it's good. However, that's also a little bit stressful, but you know, it has to do with service. You know, if whatever it is that we are doing, if it's not going to be helpful, or whatever it is that we are talking about, even when it comes to our personal life, if that's not going to be helpful for the other person, then we are just wasting our time and energy here, right? So this is you wanting to do the right thing. So something to do with your commitments are also coming through. You are committed. Look at these cards here. My goodness. Did you see these cards? Temperance, Justice, say Eight of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Swords. This is being courageous, being brave, committing, dedication, focus, single-mindedly focusing on something here. Amazing, very powerful energy. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. You are staying in your power, doing the right thing, making powerful decisions. And this is healing, transformative energy. And this is also, you know, it's a great time if you are coming across any creative blocks. These cards here, look at these cards here. These are powerful cards, what you are on this side, you know. But look at these cards. This Six of Wands, Page of Swords, and then the Ten of Swords. With this, it feels like you are coming across some creative blocks. You know, if that is the case, then this will help. This energy will help. This is where you are, and you also have Six of Swords. Okay, it may have something to do with communication. Maybe you know, the way you are articulating your thoughts, how you are expressing your feelings, you know, writing, speaking engagements, things like that. So if you are coming across some challenges in that department, Ace of Cups here is reminding you to stay in your heart. You know, this is mind. And if this has whatever it is that you are working on, the card is reminding you, stay in your heart and do it with love. You know, you don't have to struggle with anything, you don't have to force anything, you don't have to know what you have control over, what you don't. And when you release what you don't have control over and do whatever it is that, approach the situations with love, with the right intentions, then things will always go well. So this is reminding you, just don't worry about those things, out results, how things are going to pan out, and things like that. Instead, when you keep your intentions clean and pure, then things will always turn out well. So yeah, that's what this energy is: staying peaceful, staying in your heart, and taking care of yourself so you can face the challenges head on, whatever it is that you are coming across. And it's a great time if you want to take up some therapeutic practices. It could be counseling, therapy, so talking it out with someone. And it's also about listening to yourself. It could be listening to your intuition, connecting with yourself, self-care. Or it could also be listening to what you really need, and then getting the help you need. Again, it could be therapy, it could be some spiritual practices maybe that might help you stay more centered. Um, so, yeah, or it could be listening to music, or it could be, doing something that you enjoy doing, something that you love doing. This has to do with love, energy of love. That's what you have in your conscious position, your ego position. It's not ego, it's actually love where you are coming from, Leo. Okay. So yeah, that is actually helping you understand what you need, and then take the right decisions here. Okay, let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Leos, if you are let me know if this is okay, whatever it is. If you how do I want to put this? Again, I'm going through this energy now because I want to use the right words and be clear, what I am talking about here. So just know if these messages, let me know if these messages resonated. I'm not sure if the cards are going out of focus. Yeah, when I do this, it is. I'm not sure how to set up my camera. I'm still trying my best to make sure that the video quality is good, you can hear me properly, things like that. So bear with me here while I am still trying to figure this out. Yeah, this is, you are figuring things out, something like that I am going through now. Maybe there are certain things you are trying to figure out. Maybe you are finding a new way of doing things, trying new things, doing something different here. It could be that you are in a new environment. It could be a job situation. It could be, something you are doing something different. So yeah, this is you being observant, being very observant, evaluating things, before responding to these situations that you are coming across. With the moon card, Leo, being in the subconscious, these certain things are not as they seem. Okay, in the night, even a rope looks like a snake, but it's a rope, not a snake. So that's what these two cards are reminding you. The fears that you are coming across, maybe, and the way, the situations that you are coming across, maybe, that's not the complete truth, how you are perceiving things. So before you make any important decisions, before you respond to situations, step back and reflect on things, evaluate, be observant, and find that clarity before doing anything, before saying anything, before making any decisions, things like that. So that's what the energy is reminding you. Temperance has to do with patience and taking your time, before moving forward, because you want to understand what you want to get a clear understanding of the situation before doing anything about it. Okay, Leo, the message is harmony. All right, perfect. And that goes with the Justice card here. So Justice is restored, harmony is restored. This is conflict resolutions. This is also you finding the clarity. Confusion and clarity exist in our own mind, right? So when we are confused about something, and when we are like, approaching that situation with that confusion, then we won't be able to come up with the right solution, right? But this is confusion and clarity. Look at these two cards, and both exist in our own mind. Justice, so the journey from confusion to clarity is just one thought away, and that's what's happening here. So when I said it's one thought away, it has to do with shifting our perspectives, and that's exactly what's happening here. So some situations that you are coming across, which you looks like, the easy and challenges doesn't exist, right? It's our own thoughts. What's challenging for one person may not be challenging for the other person. So that means the situation itself is not that challenging. It's our perceptions, how we are perceiving that situation. So that's what's happening here. The thoughts are changing now. You are shifting your perspectives. The understanding is going through a transformation, and that's the reason why you are moving into the clarity, because number 10 has to do with endings, and this is a new beginning, healing, transformation, and clarity. And harmony. Number 22 has to do with judgment card. Oh my goodness. This is 20, sorry, not 22. Yeah, number 22 adds to, there are no 22nd card. Okay, number 22 adds to number 4, and number 4 is the Emperor card in tarot, and Emperor has to do with focusing on the basics, foundation, coming up with a routine. So here with this, it feels like maybe, maybe you are coming across some delays, some setbacks, but that's going away now. Okay, so this is you moving forward. Looks like a busy period for some of you guys. So this energy is shifting. If things were a little bit slow, it's picking up momentum here. Yeah, it could be that maybe, now you are changing up your routine. Maybe you are focusing on the basics. It could also be that you are focusing on other areas of your life too, like what gives you joy, peace, harmony. Maybe you are taking up a creative project, something that you are inspired to do. Maybe you are learning something here, or you are reaching out to the right people for help. Yeah. So maybe you are also focusing on your health. This could be, some health related challenges, Leo. Could be headaches, migraines, backache, could be stress related, so just know what needs to go. Okay. Both these cards are reminding you, be flexible. You might have to change your plans, maybe take a detour, or it could also be, you coming across something unexpected. So it could be you might have to do certain things differently. I mean, do it all over again. Or it could be that you have to change your schedule and make room for the unexpected, maybe. So maybe that's also there for a reason. So it could be that you are changing your mind. And yeah, that's absolutely okay, right? That's absolutely okay. Changing our mind. So, all right, number 22. Let's see. All right. So the message here is you deserve to feel good about your existence. Yeah, don't beat yourself down for mistakes and failure. Mistakes and failure are the stepping stones, you know, to success. And that is also helping you um, move to the next level, maybe learn from it and move to the next level. Okay. The message is the card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember to radiate warmth and energy. Take some time. Leo, this is your color. Look at this. Leo, your color is red, right? See, justice is, this is, you know, your color. This is your color, fire energy. So this has to do with new energy, new inspiration, you feeling fired up. The card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember to radiate warmth and energy. Take some time to reflect on your personal values and attitudes. What do you believe will bring you the outcomes you are longing for in order to have a complete and happy life? The color orange can refer to a period of socializing, activity, and new adventures. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra and is associated with the sexual organs and reproductive systems. It can symbolize happiness and love. We store our feelings, emotions, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, and connection in this domain. How deserving do you feel? When you feel that you deserve good, you treat yourself well and require that others treat you well also. When the sacral chakra is clear and the energy is in balance, you are friendly, compassionate, and empathic with a concern for others. You will experience a very strong sense of belonging. Feel good about your life, enjoy time with friends, and do what's necessary to bring yourself in alignment with what you want from the relationships in your life. Okay, so we covered all of that actually. So this could be friendship time, and this is also you thinking what, you know, coming up with a happiness project, working on your happiness project, what yeah, focusing on other areas of your life as well, you know, something that brings you happiness, joy, peace, success, peace, and harmony, you know, and that is what makes our life successful, you know. Yeah, single-mindedly focusing on building something here. And yeah, this is also your social life going through a change, communication is also coming through, and you are doing something new, trying something different here, and self-care is also coming through, Leo. That's what I have for you, Leos. Let me know if this was helpful. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if the message was helpful, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Yeah, I will see you in the next reading. Again, please do take good care of yourself. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.